Hey guys, and welcome back to the 2005 F-150 King Ranch build. Today I'm going to be doing the backup camera. So this is our new camera here. Camera's at the bottom. I'll just show you what it looks like quick. Just a little camera here. Got all the wiring here. The logo is going to go over. So what I first got to do is I've got to get this old one disconnected and taken off. So we have this one here, we gotta take all the wiring out, and we gotta take this logo off. And then there's gonna be some wiring in here that we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to do some soldering. I'll show you that. And then yeah, once we have that all taken off, we'll run the wire back through. There's a hole in the back of here behind the seats. Just on this side over here, take there, run it through on the floor panels there, back, and then to the dash. So yeah, took me probably a few hours to do it, but kind of show you how I do it. All right, and so now we have that out. There's just a bunch of zip ties up here, so I just cut them all out. As you can see down here, we have our connection here to the taillight, the ground and power. And now we're at this portion here, with this wire where it goes up and into the cabin. You can see it there, and then it comes out over here. All right, so I just pulled it through. Got it out here now. Now I'm gonna get to the other side and pull it through on this floor panel. And then I'll pull it right out of the dash up there, right out of the radio. All right, and now we have the backup cam out. There's the camera, all the wiring that ran to the cabletar, and then we still have our wiring in here. It's pretty easy. I mean, you just pull off this chute here. You just get a pry tool, take it off, and then it's plugged into the back under here. So it's nothing too difficult, but now the hard part is getting this new one put on. So I went ahead, I sprayed some WD on here, just like this, just to get this glue a little bit looser, and just clean out the surface because I'm gonna have to scrape this off, cut a little bit for our new camera, and then yeah, I'll go ahead installing it. So now to installing it, I'm gonna have to cut out a little bit. So I'm gonna take the glue, the adhesive pad that they give us, and I'm gonna sketch this portion out. And then I'm gonna cut this out so the camera fits in there and it fits nice and flush. And then from there, I can go ahead and I can start working on the wiring. But first, I'm gonna sketch this out, and then I'll cut it out, and then we'll get to installing it. All right, so I've got it up here. I've just put 2 bolt holes through. I've got a white paint pen. And I'm just gonna mark where exactly I need it. Just like that. That should be good enough. That's a good indication of where to start. And then from there, I'm gonna start at the bottom because that's where the camera is. I'm gonna work my way up. So I don't have to cut that whole piece out just to see how much I'll need exactly. So I'm gonna start ahead and go do that. So I've got safety goggles on, gloves, and I'm gonna put ear protection on. And then I've just got a grinder right here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut this off. All right, now that we have that done, I'm gonna go ahead, take this here, and I'm gonna clean up all the edges. All right, and now I basically have everything pulled through. The wiring's all here. This comes up in here, fits on like that. And then it comes out down to the bottom. Just under here, there's already a hole. So I pulled it through here. I'll probably run it along the side here, maybe underneath here. I haven't decided yet where exactly I'm gonna put it, but we have it on and through. So now it's just a matter of running the wiring and doing some soldering, getting it plugged in. I lied. So the next thing I actually gotta do is, I just got this paint pen here, and I've gotta clean all this up so that it doesn't rust or anything, and it just looks like more finished. I'll probably do a little bit more sanding this down just to get this a little bit cleaner, but it's not too bad. It gets the job done. I mean, it's gonna be covered. It's gonna be behind the camera. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, put this on, and then from there, we'll start wiring. How it looks now. Can't really notice that it's all cut up. Just looks nice and clean. So let that dry a bit, and then from there we'll keep going with the install. So now I need to drill 2 bolt holes here and here. We have these screws here and some fasteners to the back side that I'm going to put on the inside. Just going to go ahead, pre-drill some holes, and then from there I'll install the screws there. So. Alright, so I just screwed them in here. I got 2 bolts here. Now it's on here really well. So I'm going to go ahead and install that front face. And boom. There we go. Now we have our backup camera. So from here, I'm just going to do the wiring at the bottom, run it all the way to the front. I'll do a little bit of soldering over here. I'll show you that. So now I looped this one here, just around here, and then zip tied it up here. I ran it down along here, zip tied it here, zip tied it here. There's a hole here in the body. I put it through the hole, up through here. And the bottom one, I ran up and under and just behind here, but above the wheel well, and then down here. And it comes up through the hole. I put it back through here. Now we are plugged in up front. I haven't done any zip tying and tying it down yet, but I just want to test it to make sure that everything is working. So now I'm going to go ahead and start the soldering portion. Got my soldering iron here. I'm going to get an extension cord and get it all ready to go and solder it up, and then we'll try it out. Alright, so the first thing I did was I unplugged the battery before I started all of this, but now I just need to strip the ends of these wires here. And there we go. Now I've got a good piece here to solder with. I'm going to do that to all 4 of these and then start soldering. Alright, and now we have each wire intertwined with its according color. From there, I've got the solder gun here, with the solder here, and I'm just going to be basically melting this onto here so that it binds. And then from there we have heat shrink. So this here, you got to put it on beforehand or else it won't work. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, show you how to do that, and then we'll be done. We're ready to test it out. So now we've got our solder gun all warmed up, and we have the solder. So from here, just a matter of getting it on here and making sure that you cover both wires. Get them nice and connected. All right, and our soldering is done. Can't pull them apart, connected nice and good. And now from here, what we want to do is we want to take our shrink wrap. We want to put it over top of our connection. And then we're going to heat that up, and it'll shrink right over and keep it sealed from any water or anything from getting in. So it keeps it nice and safe. All right, so I actually don't have a heat gun here, but I found a lighter. So all you gotta do is get the fire going, watch it shrink. And there you go, shrinks down quite well. You're gonna wanna keep going until it's completely closed off on the sides here. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish that off, and then we'll test it out, see if it works. All right, and with that done, we can put this back on, go plug the battery in and see how it looks. All right, now, the moment of truth. Let me just grab the keys here. We'll try this thing out. Turn it on. See our screen. So we got no signal. Put it in reverse. And we're all good. Comes out looking pretty clear. A little bit hard to see. I mean, the tailgate's down right now, so it's gonna look a little bit funny, but looks pretty good. All right, and just like that, we are done. So this is the final look. No longer have that ugly black bar camera there. We now have it on the bottom underneath. So it looks pretty good. Honestly, can't even tell. It's pretty hidden. Works pretty well. Showed you guys how clear it is. I'll give you guys one more look at it just to see what it looks like when you're backing up. But yeah, I'll go test it out outside. All right, so let's see if we can back out of here with our backup cam. It's fairly narrow, but see if we can do it. And our backup cam is up and going. So that was the install. Looks really good. The final finish was awesome. The quality was so-so. It was pretty good. It looks good. It works. That's great. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like for more. Here's a little sneak peek of what we're gonna be working with on the next video. Now I know I told you guys I'd be getting a new grill in. Well, there's a black grill in here. Ford Raptor style. So yeah, keep following along. Thanks for watching.